Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at the top business stories. Etisalat receives attractive offers from banks for its proposed stake in Zain. Middle Eastern Airlines suspend $200 billion on new aircrafts. And we find out the growing importance of LinkedIn for businesses. The GCC markets ended on a high note this Thursday. The Asian markets closed mixed, and there were similar results at the UAE bourses. The DFM fell 0.75% to close at 1,743 points. Shares at Dubai Islamic Bank fell by 1.25%, while DU fell by 0.5%. DFM's own shares were down 2.25%. 130 million shares were traded, valued at 254 million dirhams. Turning now to the capital, the ADX gained 0.75% to close at 2,807 points. Etisalat rose nearly 1%. Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank was up 2.25% after a fall yesterday. Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank also rose by 2.5%. 168 million shares were traded, valued at 316 million dirhams. For a further analysis of the markets, we're now joined by financial analyst Bruce Powers. Bruce, great to have you back on the show again.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Now, it's time for third quarter results, and Etisalat has actually recorded a 23% drop for this period. It's the third successive quarter of declining profits for the telecom operator.
Well, look, this is not the direction of the trend in earnings that investors like to see. The stock sold off originally on high volume, but has since recovered a little bit today. The mobile market overall is saturated. If we look at the UAE, they're getting increasing competition from DU, and the population is not growing like it used to. But if we look at the trend recently, it's been very strong. So I think that we may see investors use this as an opportunity for profit taking.
Now, China also rose interest rates earlier this week, which has sent a bit of a shockwave through the global markets as well, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Well, we did say sell off initially, but the markets have recovered since. There seems to be some fear out there that inflation concerns and tightening will stall the economy in China and therefore affect other countries as well. Now, this is the first interest rate increase in 2 years, since 2007 in China. And it seems to be targeting speculation in the property market and other asset markets in addition to inflation. Now, the recent third quarter numbers showed that GDP growth has been slowing to 9.6% in the most recent quarter from 10.3% in the previous quarter, while consumer inflation has increased 3.6% in September, which is the highest it's been in 2 years. I don't think we're going to see much further market reaction, though, on this. I think this will be forgotten very shortly and will continue in the uptrends that we've been seeing in the international markets overall. But it does signal a change in trend towards tightening.
Well, thank you very much for your time once again. We'll see you next week.
Thank you very much.
As the Etisalat Zain transaction continues in its negotiations, Etisalat's chairman has revealed there have been several attractive offers from banks. Although Mohammed Omran did not reveal further details, he says there has been a positive reaction from the Kuwaiti market, although there has been some opposition from Kuwaiti shareholders. As the negotiations are still in the early stages, it will be a number of weeks until the final results of the due diligence are revealed. Middle Eastern Airlines plan to spend $200 billion on new aircrafts over the next decade, but still trail their global rivals in generating profits, according to the International Air Transport Association. The agency added that the regional carriers account for 11% of global aviation traffic, but will take home just 4.5% of global profits, forecast for the airline industry this year. MENA region carriers will earn $400 million in profits. This equates to an improvement of $1 billion after the region's operators lost $600 million last year. IT companies say they are focusing on green technologies in an attempt to do their bit for the environment. This year's GITEX Technology Week saw several firms launch new products that are energy efficient and low on non-renewable materials. Strategies are being incorporated to reduce waste and energy in order to increase sustainability.
Seagate has, over the last 12 months, implemented new products which are low power, so lower spindle speed, saving on, of course, the green environment. But we're also looking not just at the drives, but the whole production lines, how we do packaging, more eco-friendly as well, lower emissions. So the whole of Seagate globally, with its operations, infrastructure, product sets, they're all looking at this environmental, delivering environmentally friendly type of products and operations in order to help the environment.
The GCC markets are closed positive today. Let's check in on those numbers now, starting off with the UAE general indexes. Coming up now, let's take a look at the major international currencies against the dirham, followed by the price of oil and the precious metals. On the way after the break, we find out if the LinkedIn platform has been successful in promoting business networking.